What is going on, YouTube? Modeling that back at you. Sorry for the delay in getting these posted. Had them up, had the last part uploaded pretty quick, but then just forgot to get it posted. And this one is gonna try to get up pretty quick after actually recording for you guys. So again, just in case if you weren't aware, this is the kind of fun mojo build that I wanted to do, kind of get the modeling juices flowing again. And so, as you can tell, got quite a bit of work done. Quite a bit still to go, but primary thing that is done is the chassis. Again, as I had mentioned, keeping to the fact that the base of this car is pretty much all white, no detail painting, anything like that. Wanted to keep this plain stock as well. So interior did do an all black, minus the shifter, kind of a fun little thing, having that little bit of chrome in there. And then same with the engine, went ahead and just went with the all white engine with the chrome valve covers. I know I mentioned it in my last part, but the fun thing is I also now have a set of these for the 85 to 80 or 83 to 86 Fords, and so that are unpainted. So those will be very nice when I go to do another one. Plus, in case if I mess anything up on another build, have an extra grill and headlights for it. So the other nice thing, because of the fact that there was two chrome tree and a non-chrome tree, went ahead and sprayed both the gold color just to kind of see which one I like the best. I'm probably going to go ahead and try to flat coat this one just to kind of dull down the gold. Actually, as it's drying out here, it looks actually about right, so I'll probably, actually thinking about it, I'll leave it. The original ones that I had spent the time to drill out went ahead and got painted as well in the gold. However, these things actually look so nice. As bad as it is, or as weird as it is to say, I don't want to put it on this build. I've got a couple of kits for Bobby Allison's Miller cars, his Miller Buick, and also the Monte Carlo that he drove in the 83 season. So I'm probably just going to go ahead, toss those into that box since they are already pre-drilled and look really nice in that gold. Onto the color that I used, again, since Model Master is coming to be no more, had to find an alternative. So AK-472 is the paint. This stuff is super thin, but it is really good stuff. I have liked working with the extreme metals in the past. Again, the big downside is the cost. Each bottle is about $8 a piece, which, oh man, that stings every time I have to order some. And also finding them is kind of a trick as well. The only weathering that I've done is just a little bit of Tamiya's black panel line accent, just sprinkled around here on the radiator just to kill a little bit of the shine. Wasn't really going too deep or heavy into it. Again, pretty much just as box stock as you can get. But for this build, it works. On to probably the item that you guys have been looking at the most, which is the body. So, because of the fact that the hood didn't need to do any detail painting on it, went ahead and used the kit decals and got the hood Hooters restaurant, and the Ford emblem on it. The only thing that is of interest is if you have any of these old monogram kits, the decal sheets themselves are all this extremely yellow paper. That is actual yellowing of, I don't know if it's the adhesive or what it is. I'm going to try to actually do a video of how I'm getting rid of that, because it's kind of an interesting technique that I found to get rid of it. But as you can see, I mean, for the fact that these decals are now 20, or yeah, about 25 years old, they actually go down beautifully onto it. They conformed, as you can see, into the creases. Really, really nice. Obviously, they're not as super thin as like Power Slide or Slicks, but if all you have is the original kit decals, don't get discouraged by the yellowing. Kind of a little preview to it. Again, as we most all of us have, a little tray or something to put the water in. How I've been doing it is basically let the decal sit. So pull out a different one here. So like the side here, you can see all of that decal film, that would all be yellowed. And again, it's just because of the adhesive on the back. Put that in, wait until the actual decal separates from the paper. Carefully flip it face down in the water. And what I've done is used just a couple of simple, cheap Q-tips. One to kind of pin and hold it against the bottom, the other to go ahead and just carefully rub the yellowing adhesive off, and that is how I got from that to that. So really pretty nice. I was super happy when I seen that, and it actually worked as well as I had remembered with a couple of other builds that I have done in the past. So the colors on the body are mostly down now. So for the white, I've used my favorite white, which is Spastic Solid White. This stuff goes down beautifully. It's pre-thinned. You just shake it up, make sure it's good and mixed, and it just goes right into your airbrush. Still trying to figure out a good thinner for or cleaner for it. Doesn't like a lot of things other than lacquer, but that will just take care of anything. The other one that it actually does really well with is the dried paint solvent from acryl. Again, when that goes the way of the dodo, I'm going to have to find something. But again, goes down really smooth. It is a matte color, so you will have to gloss coat it if you want to gloss finish on the car. You might notice some orange overspray. That's just, again, from painting the orange. I'm going to come back. I still got to do a touch up of the white in a few areas, primarily here just in front of the window. I'm also going to respray the white with the red. I don't really like how that turned out. Getting on to the front bumper paints, those are a mix of three different colors, obviously, as you can see. So the top line is solid sky blue, again from Spastics. Again, super easy to work with, very nice paint. The red, I went with Tamiya's XF7, so just something quick that I could lay down. The blue is Tamiya's XF8, so flat blue, and actually looks really convincing as the tricolors of what Mark Martin would have ran and things like that. Onto the main Kulwicki colors. So I've seen a lot of people use like a fireball orange or a fluorescent orange, or something to the effect for Kulwicki's cars. To be honest, from what I've seen in the pictures, and I understand that obviously pictures change the color scheme, his car never really had that fluorescent color. Loy Allen's in '94 did, but Kulwicki's usually had a darker color to the to actually more match what the actual Hooters colors were, which again was that darker reddish orange. The color I found that worked great, and I absolutely love the way this thing looks in person, is from Gravity Color. Again, if you ever go with them, go with Gravity Colors EU, not US. They make good paint, but their customer service just sucks, and getting the product takes 10 times as long as it does to come from Europe. I'm pretty sure that would even be applicable in COVID, but either the part. The color that I chose was Jägermeister Orange, and that is GC117. That, again, to me just looks right for this car. For the brown stripe, again, Tamiya, old favorite, red brown. Now, the original car here, the brown stopped on the sides. It did not run across the back. So, in a similar fashion, mine stops on the side and does not run across the back. And I'll try to get to focus in that area. So overall, I absolutely love how this came out. I did have to do a tiny bit of touch up here on this side, so still waiting on the orange to kind of dry on back. On this side, where I had to do a little bit of a respray and stuff like that, so I think it'll brighten up a little bit. The other side seemed to when I got done. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series, and I will catch you guys later.